to Nerdmageddon.
Hello! We did it! Yes!
Okay, now we have to stop. End on a high note. No more jokes.
That's it. That's the end of the show.
That's
everybody.
it.
Good night,
Goodbye,
here
everybody.
first.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
You don't have to see me filming in my parents' creepy basement.
Yeah, there you go.
Personally, I think it
That's a
looks
plus.
cool. It looks awesome, honestly.
Thank you. Too bad we aren't doing any horror stuff, because we were actually on a light note. We have actual news to talk about.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yes, we do, actually. So welcome back to Nerd News Now, everybody.
Long hiatus, but it's
Yes.
gonna be worth it because our first story, guys, it's happening.
Mhm.
Disney is doing a live action of Hercules.
Yes, they are. They are indeed.
Have they chose any of their people yet?
Not from what I've seen. They've talked about Tom Holland possibly being in it, but that's
talk about
been
him all
talked
the-
about for a while.
Yeah.
They talk about him all the time for every live action that ever comes out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I won't deny he is a really good actor, and you know how a lot of movies like to go off of that actor high right now. Like this actor's doing really well right now, so that
Yeah, but here's my thing. Either they need to go the very traditional Greek route where they look Greek, or he has to be a ginger.
Yes.
yes.
Oh my god.
It
Ginger.
can't be any other way. It has to be either very realistic, he's from Greece,
Mhm.
or he is a ginger straight from
To
Ireland.
match Hercules.
I want a ginger.
I've been looking around a little bit. Apparently, a lot of debates have been going over who the muses will be. Many people are.
Queen
yeah.
Latifah. Queen Latifah needs to be one of them.
She does.
I know. I saw
I thought-
a tweet.
Hercules. How do you
Sorry.
mean Hercules? One of the
Hmm.
muses. Can I please? I really wish I could be one of the muses.
I'll put out some tags to get you noticed, Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Maybe more. I'll put some specific Disney stuff up there so they're forced to watch us and possibly copyright bomb us just so they can see that for you. How about that?
I mean,
Absolutely.
I can belt out.
Gospel
Zero to
Truth?
Hero?
I just blanked on the song.
Is it
I
Gospel
can't believe
Truth?
this.
I will.
I won't say.
Oh,
I won't say. I can belt that out pretty well.
the power ballad of the movie.
Nice.
Simon, you were trying to say something.
I was gonna say, if they're gonna go the ginger route, Eddie Redmayne, he's got theater.
Ooh,
He's got
that
theater
he can sing.
experience.
he can sing.
Counter.
Mhm.
Ed Sheeran.
No,
No.
I'm not gonna have that. I don't want that frumpy pancake man up front singing.
You're already
He's
gonna
supposed to
have one
be-
of those with the other guy everybody's pushing for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one thing the internet is standing behind is they want Danny DeVito to come back to play Phil.
Yeah.
Actors are actively saying we will not accept the role. It is for Danny.
Yeah.
It
Aw.
is. Yeah. That's his role.
Oh, that makes my heart so happy. But no, if this isn't like really Hercules related, but if they ever did Atlantis, I would absolutely love to see like Cole Sprouse as Milo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, this
Where-
is one of
and-
the few live action movies I'm okay with happening.
Mhm.
My problem with Atlantis, though, if they did it, they would have to give it like Star Wars level of budget in order to pull it off correctly. Otherwise, it would not be worth making it in live action. They
Absolutely.
110% into it to match that awesome steampunk aesthetic that they have in the animated movie.
Same with Treasure Planet. If they were
Oh,
to
yeah.
go
Yeah.
for Treasure Planet, they would have to
Don't
go
think they
all
should
out.
Ever touch Treasure Planet? I think it's a little bit too cartoonized with all the different alien types they have and the design of things. It's just too much to try to get feasibly live action. It just looked goofy and bad with all the CGI. But
Just give it to Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
One thing that'd be really cool though, if they did do Treasure Planet, I feel like Tom Holland could do a decently good job as Jim.
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
think he's angsty enough.
He can be. I'm sure he could be. If not, Daniel Radcliffe could be Jib.
True.
He could.
Ooh.
Speaking of our boy Danny Rad, because of quarantine, Spotify got him to sit down and read the first Harry Potter book, so you
I
can
remember
listen to
hearing about
that.
that. Yeah.
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 I literally got a notification from Spotify, and then I got a notification from our Facebook Messenger group chat of someone being like, "Hey, by the way, this is a thing," and I was just like, "Spotify, you're here for me."
Yeah.
Everyone is
Yeah.
just like, "Oh my god."
That's a big thing recently. I know that Patrick Stewart has actually been reading classics
Mhm.
and have been posting them on his
Patrick
Facebook
Stewart
page.
reading stuff, that'd be
I
Oh, yeah.
love
I could
his
go to sleep
voice.
with
I
that.
don't care what he's saying. He could like read the recipe on making stew and I would listen to it.
Absolutely.
He is the white Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
I would
But
agree.
then again, imagine Morgan Freeman reading audiobooks too, your favorite audiobook too. Just
I think he actually, after the Shawshank Redemption came out, he narrated that short story
mm-hmm.
Okay.
because
Alright.
he literally narrated it in the film. So
Yeah, he did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. it was great.
Also, quick hot take, Morgan Freeman as a DM. Imagine that.
Would literally be God. Again.
Yeah.
Here's my one hang up on it. I feel like that he wouldn't be great at doing other character voices. I feel like that he only has
They
would
all
Yeah.
be Morgan Freeman.
silky
Oh,
voice.
no,
They're all
okay.
Morgan Freeman.
No. Here is how you get away with that is you just have people designated to play NPCs or the bad
True.
guys.
Yes.
And you have like a full audio drama.
Yeah,
Right
I've thought
there.
about doing that
Like,
for other
Twitter
campaigns.
bots, Warner Brothers, if you're watching this, get on making a Dungeons and Dragons movie with the DM being Morgan Freeman. Make that happen.
Yeah,
The old Dungeons and Dragons TV show, like the cartoon,
Mm-hmm.
they're talking about readapting it into a film after the first film that they made was like flopped horribly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're thinking about taking that and rebranding it, rebuilding it. Specifically just because Wizards owns it now and Wizards can do whatever they want. So
Yeah. Going back to kind of Hercules,
Yeah.
Mount Olympus, all the stuff. I don't know if you guys have ever read Lore Olympus on Webtoons. It's one of the most famous Webtoons out there. It's getting
Oh, I
animated.
know that. Oh, it's getting animated?
mhm.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
saw it
really
on
exciting.
Facebook.
Yeah, it's really exciting because like I've only seen like the ads for it on Facebook, but I have I've seen enough of the ads that I know what's happening in the story at all times.
No,
So-
no, you don't.
I
No,
don't.
You don't. Because
Oh, go ahead.
So I saw the ads and I'm like, I thinking like it was a hoax to download this like Webtoon thing for like the longest time, and then I finally like bit the bullet and I got it, and actually I enjoyed it a lot. And I enjoy Lore Olympus a lot. But from what you read on Facebook to like the actual thing, you really don't know what's going on. Like there is just so much more drama and twists and turns. Like
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I don't like it. That's one of the reasons I don't like it. Again, I'm all about Greek mythology, all that. But Lore Olympus is one of those few things that I can't with it. I think it's mainly the art style. I think that's my biggest hang up. And then just the plot of it all, it's like, I'm not quite sure how I feel it.
From original mythology and stuff like that.
What was that?
Strays a little too far from how things should be.
No, not even that. I think it's just, it's such an odd combination of mixing modern day and mythology that for me, it just doesn't work quite as well. It's a taste issue. It's definitely a taste issue. But it's just not my thing. But I know a lot of people who absolutely love it. And kudos to them. Be proud of what you like, guys.
Yeah.
I
It's a
actually
modern-day Romeo and Juliet movie. I had to watch that in English class.
I actually really enjoy the art style in it.
Which one? Are you talking about the one with DiCaprio in it or the
I think
old
so.
one?
I always thought that it was just an actor that looked like DiCaprio, not actually DiCaprio. It's actually
Well, the one I'm talking about is the one where Mercutio is a black drag queen.
all I know is that it takes place in modern
is
day,
this?
but it uses 100% the actual lines from the original Romeo and Juliet ballad.
Yeah, it's
but
like in it's like
modern
in
times, and it's like on the beachfront in California. It's
Yeah, that's
so
the one I'm talking about.
bizarre.
Yeah.
And they use guns instead of swords with
Yeah, which is
Mary,
hilarious.
with Virgin Mary on the handle, guys. Virgin
yeah, it's
Mary
'cause
on
it's-
the guy.
It's like
I'm
it's
from
like
the
it's like
ghetto,
a Mexican gang versus the
ra-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Italian gang.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like it's interesting. It's
It's
really
strange.
well written, actually.
I'm sure if you
I
put
have-
Romeo and Juliet, you'd enjoy it, but me,
Actually,
I've
you want to know
never
modern day
seen it.
Romeo and Juliet? West Side Story.
I hate that musical. I hate West Side Story.
I hate it too. I don't like it.
You guys are weird. West Side Story
Yeah.
is good.
Okay, so reason why I don't like it is because I was really close with one of my teachers in high school, and she's from Puerto Rico,
Mm-hmm.
and so she didn't like it because she actually grew up with that violence. Fucking, she grew up with that violence, and it just, yeah, I've heard lots of stories.
Yeah.
I watched it one too many times in my competitive drama class. So thank you, Mr. Wooderson, for ruining it.
Okay, but the song Maria,
It's very pretty.
heartstrings every single time. Every single time. So good. Yeah.
All I'm
So
thinking
good.
about is the Sound of Music song.
Oh yeah. No, best song in West Side Story, hot take, is
Mambo.
the one where they're on the roof. It's the Puerto Ricans talking about like they're
Oh,
happy to be
America.
Yeah, America.
America.
Glee did that. I think they did a great cover of that.
They did a really good job. Honestly, it's weird. Glee does some good stuff every once in a while, and I
do.
hate to
Yeah.
admit that because I don't like Glee.
Oh, my sister's obsessed with it right now.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, and music, it can be hit or miss, and unfortunately we're missing a lot of concerts. They're getting postponed.
Yeah, so most of my Twitter is just bands, and so this entire past week has pretty much just been bands sending out like cancellations and like apologies, and like I know Sad Summer Fest, which is a big one for alternative music, got postponed to 2021. MCR has been posting about how all of their shows are pretty much postponed till 2021 as well. It's just a sad week.
My condolences for your loss, Molly.
I mean, I am getting a stream at-home concert from some bands that are signed to Fearless Records, so there's that. And a lot of other bands are kind of adjusting and doing like Zoom or Twitch live streams.
Mhm.
It's fine.
My girlfriend and I had actually bought tickets for the Wallows tour that was coming through, and it was in St. Joseph, or not St. Joseph. It was going to be in St. Louis, and it was going to be in like July, mid or late July, and they canceled it until further notice. So
Yeah.
or postponed it.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Obviously, they're doing it for the safety of others, but that's really hard. Actually, on a light note, I saw a meme like 10 minutes before we came on, and it was just like a witch brewing something. It said Gerard Way making COVID-19 to avoid doing MCR.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that sounds like
Funny,
something.
but really sad.
That sounds like something you would do.
I know when Sad Summer got announced that it was postponed, everyone, like a lot of people were tweeting out memes, and they were just like, God saw all these bands on this tour, and he was just like, nope, can't do it. Nope. It's too powerful.
Too many sad boy hours.
Yes.
Yes.
One of my favorite bands are putting out a new album during this time, and they released their first single from it, and they released it with a video that they made in quarantine.
Aww.
So like they recorded it with their phones and edited it on like their own like laptops and stuff. So I mean, they started out as a tiny indie band from Minnesota, so they have to know how to do all that kind of stuff anyway.
Minnesota.
So cute.
Yeah.
There are some other bands that have been doing that where they're just kind of like, hey guys, we're making a music video. Please, if you want to be in it, like, send in a video of yourself with like, they've been doing a lot of lyric videos. So like they just have like, you put like the lyric on a piece of paper and you just kind of hold it up and you're in the video.
Yeah.
That is so cute.
I know.
I love that so much. We should do that. Guys, let's make a Nerdmageddon music video.
Is it gonna be
musical coming soon?
Is it gonna be Africa by Toto?
Yes.
I'd
That's
have
what
to
I
be
thought,
okay
yeah.
with singing that because I kind of know that song, so it's a good song.
Oh man, that's gonna be the closer. And speaking of closing, Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Corbett, you want to talk about that?
Yes, Star Wars: The Clone Wars, after being delayed for the longest time, finally season 7 finally came back this past couple months ago, and I think it was last week the final episode of the entire series aired and came to an end. Before I continue, I do want to know, does anybody who cares has watched it, or is there anybody here who does care who hasn't watched it yet? So
I
mean,
think I've seen
I've heard it was a rough episode.
it,
yes,
but I haven't seen the ending.
Do you mind me spoiling it, or you rather I wouldn't?
You're
You can
good to
spoil it.
spoil it.
Okay, so for all
Spoiler
our
alert.
viewers, spoiler warning for Clone Wars and season 7. Yes, flashing on the screen. At the end of season 7, it for one thing, before the show was originally canceled, they had planned out several episodes for season 7 that were shelved. And then a couple years ago, they were released online of the test footage of those animations, and it got fans like really hyped, like, oh, look at the stuff we all missed out on. There's a lot of cool things here. And luckily, when they brought the show back, they took some of those footage, not all, and they actually finished them and showed us the finished work that we were going to get. Unfortunately, we didn't get all of them, so there were some really cool episodes that sadly will never see the light of day. But there was one really good arc, which was the Bad Batch arc, which was the first one released, that was really good and showed a lot of cool stuff. But anyway, you guys are here for the finale. The final 4 episodes, it was a 4-part series, and the biggest thing about those is that they tied the cartoon series into Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. It finally bridged that gap once and for all. In fact, at the start of the last of the 4 parts, the first part, it actually talks about how the Battle of Coruscant had just started and General Grievous had just invaded the planet and kidnapped Palpatine, and Anakin and Obi-Wan had to go and rescue him. And that's literally how it starts, with them saying, okay, we got to go do this. Will you do this for us while we're doing that? And it saw the return of originally hated, but now fan favorite Ahsoka, who came back. And she was tasked with hunting down Darth Maul. And we finally get to see Darth Maul running the Crimson Dawn. That's from the Solo movie. So we finally get to see some of those roots in there. And then it's the effects of Ahsoka hunting down Darth Maul. And then while she's in the process of trying to take him back to Coruscant, Order 66 is dropped. And then it's her having to handle that. And it's just, oh my gosh, the anticipation, because you know it's coming. And there's all those hints that are going on about this is where it is at in the movie. So you're like planning it out in your head, like, oh my gosh, it's coming. This is going to happen soon. And then it finally happens. And as Simon says, it is rough because it is so heartbreaking and anxiety inducing for a true fan of the series. It just gets you. And the way it ends, I won't say much, but the way it ends, it actually jumps forward to the Imperial era, and you see Darth Vader, who finds a remnant left behind from the last part during the Clone Wars series, and it just really tugs on the heartstrings. One of the best endings probably best ending for an animated series I've ever seen, and definitely a fantastic finale for this awesome series. So go watch it, guys. It is truly awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's good that they ended on a high note. Well, not like high note, but like, you know.
Yeah, definitely not
note.
a high note, but yeah. I know what you mean. So
I got a question for you guys.
Yes.
And I'm in a video now.
There we go.
Yes. You nerd it here first. Nerdmageddon music video.
Here we go.
It's gonna be happening. So
Starring yours truly and other yours trulies.
yes. So
We have no business singing a song.
nonsense.
That's fair. That's fine.
Yeah. So I'm so happy that things are kind of looking up and we're finally getting good news. It's not just
we're finally getting
everything's
news again.
canceled.
Yeah, we're finally getting news again. Oh, Kenzie, you got something?
Okay, so I love the Assassin's Creed series.
The new
Yes.
Assassin's Creed release.
Valhalla, which is based on the Viking era, which was that like Vikings and steampunk are like my absolutely favorite eras, and like things where I like to get costumes and outfits from, and like hairstyles, obviously.
Calm down, Mackenzie.
Okay, I think I know what she's trying to say. She's saying,
Oh my
guys,
gosh.
I'm done. I'm going to leave now. Goodbye.
to buy the game.
Wow, you
Um,
speak fluent Kinsey. I'm
Kenzie,
impressed.
on the side note, this isn't Viking related, but it is steampunk related, and it's a super cool. Have you ever heard of the Leviathan book series?
No.
The Leviathan book series is a super awesome steampunk inspired book series. It is an alternate history of World War One between the Darwinists and the Clankers, the Axis powers, Germany, and all that. Use steampunk inspired warships on legs, walkers, and mechanized vehicles like that. On the other side, I can't remember what it was in World War One, but basically France, Great Britain, and all that, they are Darwinists, and they use genetically modified and spliced massive monsters and like bio ships created out of living animals as their war machines. And it takes place from the perspective of a young girl who disguises herself as a man to serve on an airship in the British Air Force and gets caught up in the war going on. And then on the flip side, it's the Austro-Hungarian prince escaping being assassinated on the Clanker side. And it's a story of both of them in this alternate history world. I've read the whole series. As far as I know, it's only 3 books, but it is super fantastic. I would kind of compare them to the Percy Jackson series too, in the feel of them, the age level, and the style. But the books come with awesome artwork, not just words. They
Ooh.
have incredible artwork with them as well. So
Okay.
Vikings, steampunk, and history. That like
yeah, you will love this book series. I'll say this much, just to get you guys hooked. Russia uses massive bears that are like 30 foot tall and 50 feet long as their main battle beasts, and they're
that is
terrifying.
lit.
And the Leviathan is literally a whale that's been turned into a dirigible or airship, basically. It's a massive flying whale. So
This
That
sounds
is
like,
pretty
lit.
dope. So
this sounds like some stuff that may or may not appear in our D&D segments.
well, I highly recommend
Put it
you
on a
looking into the
stick.
series to get some inspirations. And I know I can't geek amend a book, so I'm telling you guys now, check
Mhm.
them
Wait, you
out.
can't get.
Oh,
Oh,
I can't. I don't
could-
think I could geek amend a book. I don't even own the book myself, and I don't know where you can get it for free or anything like that. I'm sure you could find it on Amazon, but
you could try seeing if there are audiobooks on YouTube. That's what I did when I wanted Old Mageddon to read Percy Jackson.
I'll look into that because I have something for geek amendation for this week, but I'll remember that for next time. So,
Mhm.
okay.
All right. Well, we are got prep for our D&D session with the top fuzz himself. I hope I'm pointing out the right direction on Corbett's screen.
You are, but in
Oh,
order for
sweet.
me
Way to go.
to do that, I gotta point the other direction. So
Thank you guys for joining us.
That way for me.
And as always, we're all gonna point at the same place. You nerd it
nerd it here
first.
first.